So there's this popular show called Yellowstone. It's like a cowboy show. And my sister and my dad are watching it. And yesterday I was at my sister's and she put it on while she was cooking or something. And there was the scene where this man was talking to a younger man and they and his girlfriend was kind of riding her horse in front of them. And the older man was trying to give the younger man some advice, saying, "Man, you have a really good girl, and she's going to demand more of you than you currently have." And because the guy, I think, was broke, living in a camper, and he understood that, and he's like, "Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get out of this place and make it with rodeo." And then the older gentleman said, "You can't be married to two people. You can't be married to two things at the same time. You will have to sacrifice one thing." And I was reading Matthew, and Jesus said, "You cannot serve God and riches. You cannot have two masters. You will either hate one and love the other, or be loyal to one and despise the other." It's the same thing as you can't be married to two things. You can't be married to two contradicting lives. In a sense, also, I want to enjoy secular stuff, and I also want to live the godly way. Eventually, one's going to overpower the other. And usually sometimes you might not even choose which one overpowers the other. But another thing that he said was, don't think with your head, think with your heart. And that hit me because you guys know from my from my whole channel, basically, I'm always trying to figure out, what am I supposed to be? Who am I supposed to be, and what am I supposed to do? How can I serve? How can I be better? How can I make money? How can I serve God? How can I make a living? And my head always told me what to do. This works. Montages are cool. Nightlife is cool. German Berlin graffiti is cool because I'm from Berlin, but I was actually raised in Canada, so technically I'm not truly a Berlin kid. Yes, I come from there, but I'm more of a Canadian country guy. Even the way I dress, freedom hat, black, camel, boots, knife, trucks, outdoors, quads. I was a shepherd. I like the outdoors. But then my image that I was trying to create was this Berlin street kid. Graffiti and mask and nightlife and this works and stock images of Lamborghinis at night and women on yachts and Dubai and rich life and bougie. Because I thought, if I show the world this image, which in my mind technically, scientifically told me this is what works, this is what's cool, this is what the kids are talking about in a sense, then it will work for me. I just have to become this person. I have to become this cool person. And that was my brain. Over and over. But my heart never felt right. I didn't want to show it to my friends. I wasn't really confident in it. And in a sense, I was creating something that wasn't truly me. And then my friend also once told me, he said, "I wish that Duddy became Dustin." Right? Duddy is my nickname. Duddy is my artist name. Duddy are my channel names, and Dustin is my real name. And my friend told me, "I wish Duddy was Dustin." And I was like, damn, bro, that is deep. That is deep. So in a sense, I was creating someone that wasn't even me. And I was literally serving two masters in myself. And one was hurting the other, but I thought I needed this persona to become someone. Right? Indian philosophy, they say, what do they say? They say, I don't know. Dang it. It's something like, if we truly let go, then we could truly become who we are, or something like that. If we're not scared, then we could truly be who we are. You know, we set role models because we're afraid of who we could become. It's because we maybe think so low of ourselves, or we think so little of ourselves, or so mediocre average of ourselves that no one would like me. My life isn't cool. My life isn't different, right? Everyone has my life. All these neighbors have my life. So why would someone admire it? But uniqueness is actually what makes you cool. You know, your mess is your story. Your mess is your message. So if you share that with the world of, this is who I am. I'm just this dude. I'm not from the streets. I don't do graffiti and tag up walls. I don't have this flamboyant Lamborghini life. I just don't. And even if I could, I wouldn't. It's not who I am. So why am I showing it to the world? Anyway, kind of going off track. But the guy said, think with your brain, think with your heart, not with your brain. And Jesus said, through me you shall be reborn. And I think what he might mean by that is, maybe he's trying to help us think more with our hearts. And now, everything seems to be more fluent when I do it. You know, I'm not putting on this persona. I just show, even my buddy, I sent him a new montage the other day of my song. And he's like, man, it just fits so perfectly together. And I didn't even line it up. I didn't even plan it. I just took a video that we did while we were outside, you know, hiking. And I added my song over top, random part, random thing, put it over top, subtitles, and it just worked. Because now the videos were Dustin and my song were Dustin. So there is nothing I have to link up. It's already one thing. You know, I don't have to make it work. My life is my music is my life. You know, I don't have to plan anything out. I just have to reveal. Right? I don't have to go rent a Lamborghini. I don't have to go downtown at midnight and stand in front of a street light and pretend like I'm this dude. No. And so you have to turn your real life into your identity, your real life into your job, if you're an artist or a certain type of content creator, right? And now seeing myself through that perspective, it's like, I am cool. My life is cool. I live in Canada. I'm outside. You know, I was in British Columbia. I'm in Alberta. There's trucks. I was shooting a crossbow. You know, I'm running up mountains with my buddies. There's a ginormous lake. Compared to people who know that life, it might be the normal Canadian life in a sense. Canada wilderness. But now, imagine seeing that and you live in New York. Or you live in Berlin. Or you live in, I don't know, China, Japan, whatever. For them, it's the craziest thing ever. They're like, OMG, a lake. OMG, a truck. OMG, a crossbow. So you actually have no idea how cool your life truly is for someone who doesn't know that life. And then also my biggest inspiration is Eminem. So then I always try to have this Eminem type swag. I'm not from 8 Mile. I'm not from the streets. I'm not angry at the world. My mom didn't give me drugs in my oatmeal, and my dad left me, and I'm upset, and I hate everyone, and like, that was Eminem's story. And he made it work. But I'm not that dude. Right? I'm not that dude. I just know that it sold records, so if it worked, I guess I have to replicate it. But yeah. Serving two masters. It doesn't work. Same with the secular stuff. You can't say you proclaim Jesus and the truth and holiness and all of that, but most of the time you're just doing ungodly things. Always cursing, watching horrible movies, listening to horrible songs, talking down on people, judgment, not caring for the community, right? It talks about that in James like a bunch. It's all about deeds, 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 actions, actions, actions. Faith means nothing. Words mean nothing. Intentions mean nothing. Nothing. It's all about action. Action, action, action. 10,000 hours a day I could talk about Jesus, but if I'm not changing my life in any sort of way, it's useless. It's useless. Absolutely useless. But if I never speak of Jesus ever, but I act like Jesus in the best way I can, well, that's truly being a Christian or a follower or a good person. How can you be a good person without good actions? It just doesn't work. How are you a good person without good actions, right? Then you'd be a bad person or irrelevant because you have no output. It's either good, bad, or nothing. Anyway, that's that.